Hey everyone, this is your old friend Sonic the Hedgehog, and I am here with Tails to give you our pilot episode of Sonic Characters Read Sonic Fanfiction.
I'm very excited about this, Sonic, but why is our first fanfiction story not a Sonic fanfiction story?
This is purely a test to find out if our format is good enough. Speaking of which, viewers at home or wherever you are, if you can find something in our format that has a little room for improvement, let us know in the comments below. Now, I chose our first fanfiction story because it involves an overly unnecessary use of crossover franchises. There are just simply too many of these franchises in there, and it seems out of place.
So we are reading aloud a story that crams together a whole bunch of franchises at once?
Yes! Normally, fanfiction crossover stories involve only 2 or 3 franchises and that's it, but not over 8!
That is going overboard, Sonic.
It surely is, Tails. The story I'm about to read is called Star Wars Light and Dark Time by fanfiction.net user Goad. And here's the summary. After escaping Darth Vader in Bespin, Luke and his friends are on the search for Han. Meanwhile, the evil Captain Zorg chases after them, unfolding into a plot larger than any of them.
Who's this Captain Zorg? Is he perhaps one of the characters from those other franchises?
I have no idea, Tails, but we're gonna have to read it in order to get the idea. Here we go. Chapter 1. Captain Zorg. A long time ago in a faraway galaxy, Darth Vader sits on his throne in space. He looks at the stars and sees rebels. He stands up and gosses to the captain. "Hello, Captain Zorg," he says to Captain Zorg. "How is it?" "It's good," Captain Zorg says to Darth Vader. "Did you see the rebels yet?" "No," says Captain Zorg to Darth Vader. "Find me all of the rebels, okay." Darth Vader whacked away. "Did you find Skywalker yet?" said the Emperor. "No, he didn't." "Okay, look for him." "Okay," say Darth Vader to the Emperor. "I sense the dark side," said Obi-Wan to Luke on the ship. It's clever how they say Obi-Wan like this, but it's still stupid. "Darth Vader is looking for you," hide Luke. "Okay." Luke said to Obi-Wan, Shall I still train?" "Yes, Obi-Wan, ever since your father took your hand, you have been fighting." "Can you still find Yoda again on the Swamp Planet?" Obi-Wan said. "No, I have to stay with my friends Leia and Chewbacca and Han Solo's friend, and I have to save Han Dolo from Jabba the Hutt. Also, Darth Vader is sending Captain Zorg after you. Do be careful, okay?" said Luke after he got off the Millennium Falcon and went in the Rebel base. Okay, this is a real problem. Why can't this guy use quotation marks?
I know, Sonic. It's really confusing.
How could we ever appreciate this story if there are no quotation marks here? Just then, Captain Starkiller fell down. He was dead. "You're not good at your job," said Darth Vader. "I need someone who is good at their job." Then Luke went to his friend Ruby, but her full name was Ruby Darkside Crazy Crowpath. But everyone just called her Ruby, because that was shorter. Ruby had strong powers in the Force, but she was against the bad side. Because she was good and was against the Empire, and the Emperor, and the bad side, and the Sith. She could do a lot of cool Force stuff, so Luke wanted her help, and she said yes because they were friends. So they got in the spaceship to escape Captain Zorg. Luke knew it was Zorg because he met him before. There we go, quotation marks. "Luke wasn't at the rebel planet," said Zorg. "Darth Vader was mad. Find him or I'll get mad and kill you. Don't mess up again." Zorg was smart and knew that Luke would go to the ice planet next to fight the Yetis, and because he could hide there, and he met Obi-Wan's ghost there too. Darth Vader tried to see Luke using the Force, but he couldn't. Then Luke and Ruby landed on Water Planet. Luke's mom came from to find another friend, and the Millennium Falcon was coming later. "Hi, Jar Jar. Jar Jar is an alien," Jar Jar said. "Hi," and they talked. "I'm glad we're good friends. I'm glad too." Then the Millennium Falcon went on the planet and everyone ate dinner and Luke was looking at Ruby but he liked Leia. Then Jar Jar said, "I'll help you get away from Darth Vader." He was her father, Jar Jar knows, because he was Luke's mom's friend. But now he's evil and not a Jedi, Luke said okay, and everyone went to sleep, but Luke had bad dreams, and they took the Millennium Falcon to the ice planet to meet Obi-Wan there so Luke could meet his ghost again. Why does he keep calling him Dark Vader? He got it right in the summary, why not the story itself?
I know, it's so weird, Sonic.
Zorg was smart. He knew Luke would be at Ice Planet and he went there when he saw the ship. When Luke got to Ice Planet, he was sad because he missed Han because Han was his friend and Jar Jar knew, so he asked him if he was okay, and Luke said yeah, but Jar Jar knew he was lying, so he made him tell the truth, and he said he missed Han, so Jar Jar told him it's okay, and friends always come back, but Luke was scared because Jabba had Han, so Jar Jar said they would get Han. When they were on the ice planet, Luke wanted to talk to Obi-Wan, but couldn't, so he knew it was Darth Vader's fault. And he said, "Father, please stop," but Darth Vader said no. So Luke went to Leia to see if she was okay, and she said she missed Han, and they kissed, but Luke also liked Ruby, so he walked away. Then Luke's friends got captured, so he wanted to save them, but he got captured too. Then Luke was on the Starkiller and saw Darth Vader. Before that, Captain Zorg came in and made Captain Caesar beat him up, and he did, and Luke was mad, but Jedi don't get mad, so he stopped being mad. Then a fight happened and everyone escaped, but Darth Vader blocked the way. Luke pulled out his lightsaber and fought his dad, but Vader was too strong, and Ruby used the Force to save Luke, so Luke loved Ruby. Then they ran to the Millennium Falcon, but Captain Zorg chased them, so Jar Jar got in his way and was shot and died, and they flew off the Starkiller, and then the rebels came and blew it up, but Darth Vader and Captain Zorg were alive and wanted revenge, but Darth Vader secretly loved Luke because he was his dad. Well, at least they killed off one of the most hated characters in the entire Star Wars franchise.
Yes, I can definitely see why.
Luke was sad that Jar Jar died, so they got Jar Jar's body into space and had a funeral, and Luke loved Ruby and Leia was sad, but remembered that she loved Han and Obi-Wan told her Luke was her brother, so it washrooms and they broke up. Then they all got ready to save Han from Jar Jar and the Emperor. End of Chapter 1. Edit author's note. Disclaimer. Okay, now everyone that's read my story, y'all know I ain't no sellout. But I guess it'd be best if I write this for new readers. Okay guys, in case you're wondering, yes, the writing, grammar, and general sanity of the story does improve starting from Chapter 3 onwards. Originally I intended to improve many of the errors, but I put way too many in, so for those of you looking for a serious fic, I suggest you start with the end of Chapter 2. Not much important things happen before that. For people looking for a laugh, you may as well stick around. Peace and love, y'all. Well, why not just go through the effort of actually proofreading your story? Why is he so damn lazy to actually look through the story and correct all of his grammar errors?
I don't know, Sonic. I would do that myself.
Okay, moving on. Chapter 2, Jabba and Emperor. "I am sad that Jar Jar is dead," said Luke as they flied through space. "The Force is with you," and Jar Jar said Obi-Wan's voice to Luke in his head, and then Obi-Wan and Luke talked and Luke believed in the Force again. Luke wanted to make sure Leia was still okay, so he went to her and they talked and she was still okay, so they were happy because they knew they were brother and sister and couldn't date no more. Then Luke went to Ruby and they spent time together, and then Hans Friend came and everyone talked. He was flying the shop most of the time. Then on Darth Vader's big ship, him and Emperor talked and Darth Vader said the Star Killer got blowed up and Emperor was very mad, so he got Captain Zorg. "Don't worry, Emperor, we have a new weapon that can kill people." The Captain Zorg and Emperor laughed evilly. After that, Luke and his friends got to Jabba and saved Han, but Jabba turned giant and killed and ate Jar Jar, who came back to life because Luke used the Force. Jabba was stinky because he always eats onions. Then Jabba opened the monster door and Luke killed the monster because Leia saved Han and they wanted to save Leia, and then Jabba died. Then Captain Zorg arrived on the desert planet and wanted to kill the good guys with his weapons, but they stopped him. Then Luke fight Kaltan Zog, who also used lightsaber to fight Luke. Luke cut off Captain Zod's hand, and blood came out, but then Zorg knocked Luke out and took him to Emperor. Then Luke and Emperor and Dark Vader fight, but Dark Vader turned good and used the Force to kill Emperor, but died because he was bad before. The Captain Zog used weapon and Hole appeared. 1111111. Hole sucked Luke and friends in, but Jar Jar came back and pushed Captain Zorg in Hole and died. Luke then awoke to see a young man along with a man-looking older gentleman standing beside them. Crawling to his feet, Luke observed a peculiar vehicle next to the two men. "Where are we?" asked Luke, though he was quickly silenced. His only answer, "Silence, young man, we must go. We must go to 19 BBY.
What just happened, Sonic?
I don't know, Tails, but I think I feel like stopping right there for now. We would continue from here, but we don't want to waste anybody's time, and this is a long story at over 23,000 words, and there are 12 chapters left so far. I should have preferred to read a much shorter story here. In fact, with only very few exceptions, I would only search for and read fanfiction stories less than 5,000 words long. In fact, I'm not even sure about that. I'm starting to think that 5,000 word stories would be too long for me to read in a very short time. Regardless, I can bring the filter down to less than 1,000 words if it doesn't turn out well. So, what do you guys think? Should we continue because the story would be interesting for us to react to? Or should we just get on with the Sonic fanfiction already? And if we could improve on something, what would it be? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time on Sonic Characters Read Sonic Fanfiction. Good night.
Good night.